Sup guys and gals, Scott X 1307 back again. Do a video for jnguye1. That's jnguye1. It's got 100. It's like 130 subscribers right now. And he's doing a 100 sub contest. Make a video entry here. First of all, I'll say congratulations, man. Good job. Got some great videos up. Man, he's got some awesome comics. Take a look at his last video. It's the it's kind of his entry for his contest, his picks for the questions that he posed, and he's got some amazing books there. Some CGC comics, villain first appearances are really awesome, and an old X-Men book that I think everybody would like to see. Like I said, he's a great guy, great videos. He's got a really awesome collection. He's got this cool contest going for 100 subscribers, and he's looking for your favorite, your top 3 heroes, top 3 villains, your 3 most desired comics, the top 3 comics that you don't have that you want to get, and your most holy grail. So I have got some books picked out here. Start off top 3 heroes, and first go with probably a lot of people's favorite hero, Wolverine. Liked Wolverine since I was a kid. To me, he was always a more complex character than a lot of people gave him credit for, and I mean, he's a badass. Adamantium skeleton, claws, healing factor, heightened senses. When you're a kid, you know, what kid wouldn't want those powers, you know? Especially healing factor and claws come out of your hand. So, and even when you grow up, that's still pretty badass. So, still like Wolverine, and I think that he still has a lot of potential that they really haven't gone into. So, be my favorite hero. Second favorite hero, and he also said in your picks he kind of wanted an oddball pick. Well, I think I have a couple here, because one of my favorite heroes is Dawn from Joseph Michael Linsner, and she's definitely a hero. She is the goddess in that comic world, and she is excuse me, long day at work. She is you know, she's able to traverse heaven and hell both, and earth, and she is the protector of, you know, all the witches on earth, and you know, she's a hero. Check her comics out. Definitely one of my favorites. And you know, for my third pick, you know, I was thinking and favorite heroes, and I kind of wanted to pick like a Marvel and a DC and an independent, but I don't know, I look at DC and it's like favorite hero DC, old standard, Batman. You know, just, yeah, I was leaning towards like Silver Surfer, Martian Manhunter, Doctor Strange, characters like that. But I decided to pick another independent comic hero. No superpowers, and you know, it's a series and now a TV show that I love. So I picked Rick Grimes. Definitely a hero. It's the savior of that whole group. No superpowers. I mean, the man loses a hand and is still able to fight off zombies and regular bad guys, you know, humans. So just I think he's a great hero. It was hard to choose between him and Michonne, because Michonne's kind of, you know, badass, but Rick's been there the whole time, and for lack, you know, of a, you know, being a broad range of characters in the book, I think he is like the one main character, you know, him and Carl so far. So, alright, on to favorite villains. It's kind of hard to go with an oddball pick here. It's hard to think of like any independent villains, and it just, I don't know, the lower key Marvel and DC villains, just not too many of them stand out to me, but I think I have one here. First, I'm going to go with my favorite villain probably of all, Darkseid. I mean, he's an evil god. He wants to control all life in the universe, destroy all life in the universe. He wants to control the anti-life equation. Nearly indestructible, as damn near every power you can think of. He fight toe-to-toe with Superman. Badass villain. Second favorite villain, and I don't know, it's hard to choose between, you know, top, what is your all-time favorite, because especially with this guy, that would be Magneto. You know, if possible, I guess he would probably tie for number one. Such a complex character. Not a villain in the truest sense of the word. He has honor. He has his own code. Many times he is a hero. But I think he's a great villain because you can understand why he does what he does, and you can see how that could come about, and how, from that perspective, his actions could be right. So just a great villain, and this new series looks to be really awesome. And for third villain, this is kind of my oddball villain pick. That would be Toyo Harada from the Valiant comics in the 90s. He was the main villain from Harbinger. I think Professor X, evil. Businessman. You know, wants to take over the world. Incredibly powerful, probably the most powerful psychic entity in the Valiant universe. I haven't been reading the relaunch, so I don't know how, if that is the same, but in the 90s version, he was a pretty badass character. Like you said, you'd think evil Professor X, you know, and throw in a little bit of Lex Luthor. Now for three most desired comics, that's a tough one too, because there's a lot of great books out there that I don't have that I really would like to get. Everybody has those books that are out of their price range. Action Comics 1, Detective 27, things like that. But I've never, I mean, those would be cool if I was a billionaire. But, you know, otherwise I've never really been interested in trying to get a hold of one of those, you know. I mean, of course, if I ever came across one somewhere and somebody didn't know what they had and I could get it at a good price, yeah, I think I would pick it up. But you know, other than that, it's not like a goal that I have. But there are a couple of books. One would be, of course, X-Men #1. Favorite team book ever. It used to be favorite series. That's what I read in the late 80s through the 90s. I was an X-Men guy. Still love the X-Men now. Not too keen on what Marvel's been doing, and haven't really been keeping up with it for a few years, but you know, still love the X-Men. Trying to complete the old run of that. So X-Men 1 would be great. Of course, with the Wolverine being favorite hero, I definitely want to track down an affordable copy of Incredible Hulk 181. And besides that, there's a ton of other books, but I really think and one that is kind of that's definitely reachable. I think goes along with another hero. One of my favorite heroes would be Cry for Dawn #1. Her first appearance. That's to me, it's an expensive book, and it's hard to get. So I would definitely like to be able to track that down at an affordable price one day and pick that up. Now for most holy grail, it would probably be like X-Men 1, which I don't have. But as far as books that I do have, I can't just pick one favorite. I mean, that's so hard out of I don't know how many books I have, but that's, I mean, I think everybody will have that problem. But I picked a few. It's hard to narrow it down. I will say, lately with like modern books, one book I'm really glad I got when it first came out. I'm really stoked to have, and I've held on to for this long. Is Saga #1. And so when it first came out, read the synopsis, thought that was cool, picked up the first 3 issues, and it became a hot book. So I'm glad to have that. Plan to hold on to that. Now, older books, definitely one I picked up a few years ago, and this is in, that box that's in the living room, and if anything happened to the house, I'd have to run out, run for my life. I'm gonna grab that box, and it's got New Gods #1. It's like 3rd appearance of Darkseid, 1st appearance of Orion, and the New Gods. Great 70s Jack Kirby space opera stuff. It's really cool. Was really glad to be able to pick that up before it jumped up in price to where it is now, and got this at a good price. Like I said, it's about 3-4 years ago. Really glad to have that. Another book, and I picked this up at a little antique shop. They had some books in there, and I saw this. I had to get it, and that was Mighty Thor 145. Not in the best condition. It's in a good VG though. But I had a comic as a kid that was given to me. It's Marvel Spectacular, which reprinted the old Thors. And number 16 was this, which is basically, it's this reprinted this story with a slightly different cover, but very, very, very similar. And like I said, that when I saw this, I had to get the original, and I think it was like $10. So I was really, really happy to have that. And one last book, X-Men 28. It's in crap condition, but I picked it up for like $6-7 a while back at the flea market. And 1st appearance of Banshee. It's the oldest X-Men that I have, and it's like one of the only Silver Age keys that I have. So I saw that, had to grab it at that price, even in that condition. Old X-Men are hard to get. So yep. So that'll do it. Like I said, check out jnguye1's channel. Some great videos there. He's got some great books. And he does haul videos and collection videos, and he's got some really nice stuff, and he's got a good eye for books in the field, and at good prices. So check him out. I can leave a link below. And thanks, man, for the contest. Congratulations again, and hopefully we'll get up to about 200 subs there soon, and because you definitely deserve it. So thanks to everybody for watching. Go check out his channel. Later.